Hey guys, thank you for joining us here for Salem's Ministry of the Occult. I am your host, Sarah, and this is your other host, Haley.
What's up, guys?
So, let's see. Today we're going to be doing a continuation of the series we've
just started
about the different types of witchcraft. And so today we're going to go through sea, storm, seasonal, and weather.
Yeah.
All them bad witches. While I was doing my research into sea witches, I was like, I do that.
Bro, me too.
There's
I think
so
which because we do line ourselves with the collective witches.
So
yeah.
Oh, this sounds pretty. This sounds nice.
I like that.
Oh my gosh. How pretty. How demure. I'm gonna just take a little sprinkle of that.
But yeah, so I know with the post that I just did, I did it today when we recorded this, but that post, it does talk about how we're going to be going over like 50 plus types of witches. So get ready. Cool. I told you guys we were hitting the ground running with the new year, and I'm not lying. We,
Oh yeah, Happy New Year, bitches.
Yeah. Like, we joked off, and we kind of just fucked off at the end of last year to kind of introduce ourselves. But this is when the going is getting tough, and we're going to give you guys some hardcore information. You'll see us, cut up the whole time, and we're probably going to fuck off again at some point. But for right now, you're going to get plied with a lot of information, so get ready.
Plied?
Yeah.
Plied and plowed.
Get your wine, get your lube, get ready.
It's going to be that rough?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Gotta get my southern diplomat.
You know the TikTokers that are like best friends and one of them is gay?
Yes, all of them.
No, it's the dudes. And I want to say the one guy was like, I used to have a crush on you. And the other one's like, he's married or whatever. And he's like, it never would have worked. And they're like, he's like, I know. But they were like best friends and they do TikToks together.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know exactly who you're talking about. Yes, one of them is like black hair. And
they're both black haired. Yeah.
I thought the other guy had like a lighter shade.
Might be more brown, but they're both like dark haired.
I am colorblind, so
you are.
Yeah.
But yeah, they just do podcasts together and they just like joke.
Man, we've already gone off topic.
I know, I'm sorry. But I was thinking about it earlier and I was like, we remind me of them.
It do be that way.
Yeah. If you guys know who I'm talking about, you should go find a video and watch it today.
Alright. On to what you really came here for.
Yes. This one's gonna be a big one. Buckle up, buttercups.
As we decide if we're going to drown in the ocean or let it consume us from the outside.
So drowning.
Yeah. We're drowning. There's no choice otherwise.
It's the ocean.
It's drown or drown.
Maybe it's drown or become one with. Like a mermaid.
Oh my gosh. I'm a siren.
A slithery snake.
I'm a slithery snake in the ocean. A slithery little eel. Still drives me insane that like no one knows how eels reproduce.
I know, they just disappear to the Bermuda Triangle.
I know, freaky shit.
Right, they all of them. It does not matter. Okay, I know this is another rant. We're gonna say this rant and then we're gonna move on.
Yes.
To the actual stuff. But eels, all kinds, saltwater, freshwater, does not matter. All over the world, they have a mating season, and during this mating season, they all just like. They're going about their eel lives in the rivers and the oceans, and they're just like,
time.
They just have little sensors in their brains that just go ping, and then they all go to the Bermuda Triangle.
And they just like they go rigid, and they're like,
that's what I picture in my head. they're just like, oh, it's time.
Bye. Look at that.
Yeah. So they go.
Sorry, Bob. I've got to go to the Bermuda.
Right, and Bob's like, bro, me too.
Like, fuck are you talking about? I'm just a turtle, brother.
He's not
chilling.
He's not Neil. Okay.
And he's like, wait, you're going to the Bermuda? See, I live another day, bro.
All right, Bob. But yeah, so they all go to the Bermuda Triangle, and like scientists have studied this because they've taken eels and they've like locked them up near their mating season, and they watch, and all of the eels will gravitate towards the direction of the Bermuda Triangle, like in their tanks. And they also like they've put trackers on them and send them back out into the wild, and then the trackers just like disappear. They stop working. And so they all go to and they've tracked like what they can track. It's like to an island in the middle of the Bermuda Triangle, and then they just like fizzle out.
It's an island of eel fuckery.
They're fucking aliens, bro. They're like going to the middle of the Bermuda Triangle, going through some interdimensional portal. They're cloning themselves and coming back tripled. We don't know what's happening. They also, if you dissect an eel, you cannot find reproductive organs.
Also, I don't want anyone to tell me that mermaids and sirens are not real whenever we literally don't know how eels reproduce.
Real.
Like, we have only discovered 7% of the ocean. It used to be 5%, but in recent years, it has gone up to 7% because we have discovered more. But we know more about outer
Outers.
fucking space.
And here's the thing, because NASA was
NASA?
it was created for sea discovery, for ocean discovery.
And then they were like, nah,
Yeah.
I'm good.
Whatever they found down there, they said, we need to get off this rock now. And they put they looked northward for answers, skyward.
They said, anybody up there?
They said, we like
Save
the
us.
They said, we like the stars, please. Anything. They found like a Leviathan or something down there. Like they were like, we're fucked.
Leviathan.
You know, when I was younger, I thought a Leviathan was just like a giant whale. But apparently, in myth, it's like more akin to a lobster. Or like
Yeah.
a crab.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. And you would think I would know that because I did watch Atlantis growing up. But I was like, obviously it's not real because it's a robot.
Yeah.
But I was like, yeah. It's
Atlantis is so real.
It's like 100%. Yeah. Bubba, we were going over like myths and stuff the other day, and he has like a little book, and he was like, Myth, Atlantis. And I was like, no, that's real. And he said, the book says it's false. And I said, your book is fucking wrong, bro.
I believe what I want to believe. And if I want to believe in magic fish people and...
Well, we don't know if Atlantis was magic fish people.
Hey.
Fish people.
Hey, I'm talking about mermaids.
Oh, okay.
And also, the Library of Alexandria. The way I would love to have a place like that.
Last
Never
tidbit
leave.
of information. I'm pretty sure that the Eye of the Sahara is actually the ancient site of Atlantis. If you look at it from space, it geographically matches what was written about Atlantis, like all the rings and shit,
Wow.
because it's all circles. Like you can see ruins, like just buried in the desert, and they're
that
all
is so cool.
circular.
I love that.
So that's why you can see it so well, because it's just a desolate, sandy area.
Desolate sand. Oh.
Yeah. Look it up, and then
Alright.
let me know what you think. And we're gonna move on now.
Yes, we're gonna actually get to actually get to what you really came here for.
Yes.
So
We are starting with.
sea witches and not Ursula.
Damn.
I know.
She was such a bad bitch.
She was.
So voluptuous.
Right. She had them curves.
She did have them curves. She could have toned down on the 80s makeup, but
You know, she was actually based off of like a drag queen.
that makes so much more sense.
Yeah.
Honestly. I mean, it's still fitting. Like, the makeup is still fitting to her character.
Facts. Okay, so sea witches, also referred to as a water witch, tend to have a deep connection to ocean sea energies, often focusing on water's inclination for intuition, emotion, and transformation. Oh,
We like it.
right? Works well with me.
Because you're a transformer?
How'd you know?
Sorry,
The
I
world
had
wasn't
to.
ready for that yet. Items they commonly use are shells, sea salt, driftwood, ocean water, or even river water, sand, seaweed, and sea glass. They work with the tides, moon cycles, and water cycles. Water can be used for scrying, cleansing, and blessings. You know, love that.
Yeah.
Their core concepts are elemental connection, strong attunement to water's rhythms, moods, and vast power. Intuition and emotion. The sea represents the subconscious, which in turn makes them skilled in emotional healing, divination, and deeper inner knowing, which is really just super interesting. So these are going to be some witches that are probably going to want to focus on like some shadow work.
Okay. Yeah.
They are a nature-based practice. They focus on marine life, coastal environments, and ecological conservation. They're just known as like the protectors of the sea, and I love that.
Good.
If you're a marine biologist,
I wanted
be a
to,
sea witch.
I
Like,
wanted to be a marine biologist, bro.
it would be so fun.
Like, my
Octopi, so cool.
goal was I was going to work on the Galapagos Islands.
Oh,
Because you can only go there
Yes.
if you're a marine biologist.
all right.
Yeah.
We got work to do. Rituals, they like to use like bath magic, spell jars, oceanic altars. They are just always working with ocean tides and moon phases because those correlate a lot. And by a
Yes.
lot, I mean a lot, a lot.
The moon does seriously affect tide.
Modern interpretation, it's a newer path and usually works alone. They are beyond physical, used to channel the sea's essence, depth, mystery, power, and flow. Ooh, go with the flow. Tend to build upon feminine energy. If you want to know about some different sea witches, you can always look into Circe, Calypso, Scylla, Mazu, Gotha Bess, Belle of Our, Siani, Boot, Omwir Uktag. I wrote down their pronunciations so that way I would hopefully not butcher them. I did write down some information about these individuals. So Circe is a sorcerer's daughter of... So her parentage is kind of like debated. Some people think she is a daughter of like Helios. Some people think it's Atlas. Like, it's just...
Yeah, I thought it was Atlas, and that's why she's like trapped on her island.
That's Calypso.
Well, yeah. It was like both. They basically have the same story, but like Circe has magic and hates humans.
Yeah. I mean, she did transform Odysseus's men into pigs.
Yeah.
Which is another thing I wrote in here.
I love Calypso's name.
Right?
So beautiful.
But we were talking about Circe.
Yes, sorry, go back.
Circe is cool. I mean, she's awesome. But now we're going to talk about Calypso. She is a sea nymph who held Odysseus captive on her island. Her parentage is also debated on whether she is a child of, like, Zeus, Cronus? Cronulla?
Kronos?
And then the next one is Scylla, a sea monster, sometimes witch, who devoured sailors, also from a mix of Greek and Mazu. Chinese sea goddess, was known to protect sailors, right? Very, very cool. This one I just have the worst time saying. Omwir Uktag, formidable blue hag associated with storms and sea from Irish folklore. Okay. So she's going to be more in like the kind of, I guess, belief system.
Yeah.
And then there's Scotibes, more of a like Scottish, or well, from Scotland, like Orkney. So she is a witch that summons storms from the mermaid's chair. I know.
So is she like the mermaid queen?
I don't think she's the mermaid queen, but I think that's like, I might have to do more research into her
really
because
cool.
she like sounds actually really cool. And then the last one I have is Bella Vower. And or Bella Vower and Siani Boot. They are from Wales, from Landa Ona. And I couldn't find any other information about them. So, viewers, traveler. Yeah, dude. If you guys find any information that you would like to share, send us some sources. Like,
yeah, and this could be a good like idea for our next series. You know, after this one, we might take a break on like hard hitting information, but folklore would be a good one, and we could do more information on like.
You know, we could do like pagan folklore entirely. So, like, we could do Hellenic, Norse, Celtic.
We'll take a look at it.
Yep.
Figure it out. Possibly, yeah. I don't really know a whole lot about Egyptian.
I don't either, but, like, I have a book on, Egyptian mythology somewhere. I don't know what I've done with it, actually. I'll find it. And that is all the information I have on sea witches, which I highly relate to because I, as you know, kind of base a lot of my practice on divination and like intuition.
I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna sit back,
relax it. Prolonged eye contact.
Okay, Bo Burnham.
Bo Burnham is cute.
He's funny. I'll give him that.
Thank you for shitting on me.
I'm not shitting on you.
Shitting on my taste in men.
Look, that's how you know you're friends.
But yeah, you're right. That's why I like Caleb from the Mighty Nine and you like Molly Mock.
Yes. He's amazing.
I will admit that.
He has tarot cards. He's in a circus. He's so agile. That's a yes. And he's Irish. That's a double yes. Any day of the week.
That's okay, on to Storm Witches. Yes. Lovely.
All right. So, I found actually a good bit of information on Storm Witches. So,
blow our minds away.
Yeah, sit back, relax.
Prolonged eye contact.
Not with me, because I don't hold eye contact. Anyway, so Storm Witches. Now, with this one, because I also am going to be covering weather witches next. But, so you might be asking yourself, why are they different? Well, here's the answer. You know, it lies in the name itself. Storm magic is different because it focuses on storms. That is where they draw their power. That is where their practice lies. Storm magic uses the cleansing and chaotic nature of storms as its source of power. I know I just said that, but I'm going back and rereading instead of trying to reword.
Reiterate.
Yeah. Storms are excellent sources of change and evolution. They have the power to quite literally change physical landscape. This is not to say that storms are not destructive and devastating, because they are.
Great for hex magic.
Yeah. But should you respect and honor nature, then you know after destruction comes innovation and growth. For the most part, it seems storm witches use the explosive energy linked to storms as a catalyst of transformation in their lives. Storm witches
I just thought it would be funny.
Storm witches embrace the untamed nature of storms, using rituals, spells, and visualizations that attract the energy of thunder, wind, and lightning. For example, a practitioner might envision themselves surrounded by a storm, drawing strength from the powerful winds and flashes of lightning to boost their magical intentions. Others may decide to perform magic during storms to embrace the energy. Now, there are a few storm types that you typically see used in practice. One of those is lightning storms. The lightning magic channels the intense energy produced during storms. This form symbolizes clarity, progress, and rapid transformation. During thunderstorms, practitioners often focus on invoking lightning for personal empowerment or to initiate changes in their circumstances. The second one would be a windstorm. Wind magic emphasizes the force of air as a means of communication and change.
Love wind. It's so nice.
It can be nice.
The wind in my curls.
It can be very invigorating.
Invigorating, is it?
Storm witches can use the wind to carry their intentions far and wide. Techniques may include crafting wind chimes or using wind socks to symbolize the direction of their desires. If you wanted distance healing to make an impact faster, you would tie the energy to the wind.
Can we make wind chimes?
Sure.
Oh my gosh, I'm so down. We should go find some skulls on the side of the road and make them into wind chimes.
We'll see.
Wouldn't it be so fun to have a deer rib wind chime?
I mean, yes, but I don't know how I feel about me collecting them. We'll give it a try.
I told you don't have to touch them. I'll do it.
We'll give it a try, and we'll see how it goes. And if it goes well, then okay. If it doesn't,
I'll put on some gloves, and I'll be like,
I'll stay in the car.
Give me your ribs.
I'll drive you around.
Okay.
Okay.
You're the getaway vehicle. Oh, yes, let me snatch the ribs. Go, go, go!
Yeah. Third storm type is rain. Rain magic recognizes rain as a source of nourishment and healing. Practitioners often engage in rituals during rainstorms to promote emotional cleansing or spiritual growth. For example, using rainwater in a cleansing bath can symbolize the release of past traumas and the renewal of emotional balance. Also, using rainwater for cleansing and washing away anything that does not nourish or heal you. Rainwater is very good for just actual cleaning. You can use it in your mop water. Yes. What did I say?
It's really good for your release, you say?
To release past traumas. Yeah.
Release something.
Moving on.
I'm so sorry. I'm spicy again.
I know. It's you. It's been you.
I don't know why I'm so spicy.
It's because you have love in your life right now.
Maybe.
4. Thunder.
Look.
Thunder magic.
And the lightning. You love it.
I do, otherwise I wouldn't be here. Thunder magic embodies the resonant energy of thunder, often viewed as a protector. Many witches associate the deep rumble of thunder with empowerment and courage. Techniques might include using low-frequency sounds or grounding exercises during thunderstorms to draw on this powerful energy for personal strength and assertiveness.
You know what that sounds like? Zeus.
Or Thor.
Yeah. Depending what Pantheon you go for.
Yeah.
That reminds me, Parthenon.
Yes. Next, we have tornadoes. They are storms of incredible velocity with winds spiraling in relentless focused motion. This makes tornado magic ideal for rapid change, uprooting stagnant energy, and channeling power into highly targeted intentions.
But also, if it sounds like a freight train, run for cover. What are you doing?
And if it's dead silent, you're already gone.
You're already gone.
You're already gone.
How's the wizard?
Look, I'm just going to let you know right now, if it's dead silent and there's no wind, that tornado is already there. You hunker down where you can and hope it doesn't take you. That's all you can do.
That is fair.
We live in Tornado Alley, so we know.
Yeah, we do.
We're also we get tornado warnings and shit all the time, so we're all just all right, I'll sleep through it, it's fine.
Exactly. Me all the time.
Me and my dad went outside one time.
Oh my gosh, why would you do that?
Because we're in the South, and it's something that you do.
Because we're in the South. And sometimes you just gotta go out there.
Yeah, you want to see
while a tornado's going.
Look, if it's far enough away and you can just see it, I mean...
Just know.
If it looks like it's getting closer, then that means it's coming towards you, and you should move. But
I would have never thought if it looks like it's getting closer.
If it looks like it's getting bigger, you know?
You said if it's coming closer to you.
Well, I meant if it's getting bigger. But yeah, we went outside and
Something else is about to get bigger.
There wasn't anything there. Like, it was a clear day. It had been really, really windy, but then all of a sudden the wind stopped and there was, like, no noise. And my dad was like, yeah, that means there's a tornado touchdown somewhere, like, really, really close. And I was like, okay, cool. And then we went back inside and we found out the next day it had touched down at an intersection literally, like, 4 or 5 blocks away and tore the roofs off of some gas stations. Because the next day I couldn't get to school because, like, all the roads were blocked.
Oh my gosh, that's so wild.
And my mom was like, you idiots, we're outside of this shit.
Just you redneck hicks.
And because the whole time she'd been like, get in the house. And I was like, no.
Get in the water.
Get in the air. That tornado was going to fucking take us, bro.
I'm so dead.
Anyway, the tornado's energy is chaotic. It's chaotic but directed.
Chaotic but iconic.
Yeah, they can be. Making it a tool
right.
for witches seeking swift action or resolution. Next, we have a hurricane.
Rock me like a hurricane.
You know, this was like the first song. Cause when we were kids, we didn't have like MP3 players and shit, right? So if you knew a song, it's just because you knew the words. You couldn't replay that shit. It was on the radio. Apparently, when I was like really, really young,
Your flip phone and record it off the radio.
When I was really little, I slid into our living room in like Ferris Bueller Day Off style with a t-shirt and socks on, slid in, had a hairbrush, and I was screaming Rocky Like a Hurricane at the top of my lungs, and my mom was like, I didn't even know that you knew that song.
I love that. That's beautiful.
She's like, you knew every word. I was like, oh.
I told you I'm the reason that my sisters were no longer allowed to play their CDs in the car, right? Because I was in elementary school, and they were playing CDs like Hollywood Undead and stuff like that. And, yeah, apparently elementary schoolers are not supposed to be able to sing every word, especially to a song that goes, Charlie Sheen has got a weenie that he loves to show.
Yeah.
Wake up, grab rear, drink beer, put on some scene gear.
Yep.
Gotta break up with my girlfriend so I can bang sluts. Yeah, I knew all the words.
The one song that my mom was like, when we finally did get MP3 players, and my sister was the one like downloading songs to him, she was like, the one song you can't download on your sister's MP3, Animals by Nickelback. Like, she was like very selective with my Nickelback songs because I loved Nickelback, still do. Anybody that shits on Nickelback, I mean, like,
yeah, fuck you. You only shit on them because
they're actually
it's
really
cool
good
to shit on them.
Yeah. But Nickelback and Evanescence got me through my childhood, okay?
Evanescence.
Like, rough childhood, divorced dad rock. But my sister did it anyway, because I wanted to listen to the songs. And so I was literally sitting next to my mom listening to the song, and I was like, oh, I get why. And I was in second grade, and I was like, I get why.
Oh, dude. I completely understand, because I used to listen to My Chemical Romance on repeat, specifically their song called Mama. And, you know, that song is literally, Mama, I'm going to hell, pretty much. And I didn't know. She didn't know what I listened to.
Yeah.
But I was literally just listening to, like,
yeah,
Gerard Way being like, Mama, we all go to hell.
Hurricanes are colossal storms embodying the power of multiple elements. The force of the wind, the cleansing rain, and the grounding energy of the earth as the storm makes landfall. Their immense energy is ideal for large-scale transformations, purging deeply rooted negativity and manifesting long-term goals. And then the last one is snowstorms. Snowstorms,
Ethereal,
with their ethereal beauty and hushed intensity, bring a unique energy to magical work. Unlike the fiery chaos of tornadoes or the sweeping power of hurricanes, snowstorms embody transformation through stillness, purity, and reflection. They are a perfect reminder that even in the cold and quiet, magic is alive and thriving.
Unless you're my mother. And then you have a seizure because the sunlight dances on the snow. That's so horrible. I shouldn't laugh about that. Look, whenever you've had to deal with an epileptic mother like I have my whole entire life, I've had to hold this woman, like, her head to the side and have her squished up against a couch so she didn't hurt herself. I can make jokes.
Yeah.
8 years old, yeah.
So.
Drum it out. You're welcome.
Steps to harnessing storm magic. Now, there are a few essential steps to practicing storm magic. And I do think that a good note to make is it is not recommended that beginner witches start with magic like storm magic or weather magic. And that's because they are very uncontrollable
yes,
natural phenomenon. So don't start there.
Definitely don't.
I have a note with weather magic that we'll go over so I can expand on that, but I wanted to say that here too, in case you guys don't make it that far. Yes, so the steps harnessing storm magic include a sacred space, visualization, crafting weather spells, ritual offerings, and collecting stormwater.
I love collecting stormwater.
I haven't done it yet, but I need to.
You should.
Yeah, I will with our next one. Yes, so first, and also timing. I forgot about timing. And we're going to go over timing first. Timing, to me, seems to be the most important step for obvious reasons. You need...
Duh.
You can't practice storm magic without a storm.
You mean in order to practice storm magic, there has to be a storm?
Yeah. That can
Did you guys know this?
That can get lost in translation for some people. Not going to call anybody out. But in modern society, this can be easy to do because we have weather apps and forecasting, and you can easily turn on your phone and or TV. I think, honestly, that's the only, not the only downside, but that is a pretty massive downside to storm magic.
Not French. I'm so sorry.
And that's just because weather is unpredictable. So even with our forecasting, like, just because the weather radar is like, you're going to get a storm today, doesn't mean it's going to happen. And even if you do get a drizzle of rain, that doesn't mean it's a storm. So, like, you can't really plan your magic most times. Also, you have to live in an area conducive to the type of magic you want to do if it's nature-based. So, take these things into consideration.
Indeed.
Next up, we have a sacred space. Honestly, this is another given. I mean, you're a witch. Your sacred space does not have to be like a massive room. It can be anything you want it to be. But this space is typically where you're going to work spells. It's where you're gonna do your practicing at. And with storm magic, you can either do this inside or outside. It especially depends on like the spell work you're trying to do and your intentions. So I mean, honestly, if your spell is something you're wanting a bigger outcome, it makes more sense to do it as long as the conditions are safe. To do it outside, so you're connected.
Facts. You don't want to meet the wizard.
I think in this, that means God.
Which God?
Whichever
you
one,
decide.
Yeah.
Maybe all of them. Maybe that's... Oh, God.
So, yeah. But I did see one tip, like some people were like, you know, if you have your space inside, like a good thing to do would be like wind magic. And that's because like you can pick a space that is pretty open with a lot of windows, and you can open the windows and the wind can be coming in. So you can do lighter things like that inside. You don't have to be outside. You can if you want to. But again, you have more than one space because weather is very conflicting. It's very up in the air.
It's dangerous.
It is dangerous. You have to respect nature. Like, I think this every time I'm at the beach and I'm in the ocean, you have to respect nature. You as a person, when you are up against nature, you mean nothing. You are an ant. Nature is the boot. If you don't respect it and you don't do the proper things, it can kill you.
I love that. That is, like, iconic.
Thanks.
Like, you're the ant, nature is the boot. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
There's not many things that can take out a human in its given environment, but nature is one of them. If you don't...
we do have one natural predator for sure. Polar bears.
Polar bears be throwing paws with everything.
Oh my god.
Okay. They're angry.
They're
Did
so
you know
cool,
that there are towns in Alaska where it's illegal to lock your car doors?
Because
if you're trying to get away from a polar bear, you need to be like, I'm going to open this car door and I'm going to get in.
I don't know whose car this is. Why is there a body?
They didn't close the door fast enough. Or the polar bears evolved to open doors.
No, they got thumbs.
I mean, they do technically, but they're not positioned correctly. Grass. Anyway. But yeah. That's that on sacred spaces. Next, we have visualization. So this is a powerful tool because, honestly, you need to visualize what you're doing. A good bit of witchcraft is manifestation, intentions, and visualization.
Open your mind's eye.
So, like, and honestly, you could say that through visualization, you don't always have to have a storm to do your magic. If you're thinking in your mind's eye, you're seeing a storm. And you're doing a spell, and you're connecting it to this storm, like...
Let it rain.
Yeah.
Let it pour.
It may
she
not...
don't love me anymore.
The spell may not be as potent. It may not work as well, but you could potentially still make it work. But visualization is a tool that is going to allow you to focus more your intentions more on the storm that is around you, on the type of magic you want to do.
It just may be easier to work with the wind than
Yes, because it's going to
Rain.
help your visualization. Like, you're going to feel it. You're going to sense the soul
Oh
of.
my god, it's a real like Pocahontas.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if you can't feel the being of the earth and nature, I don't know what you're doing in life.
Your vibes are off.
Your
Get outta
vibes
here.
are off. Like, I can literally step outside and be like,
Yes.
the earth. Like, you feel her, and you feel nature, which are her cohorts. Okay, you feel them.
Cohorts. I love that word. Cohorts.
But yeah, so like a good kind of example of this is if you're focusing mentally on the cleansing nature of rain, you can see the rain in your mind's eye, and you can use that to visualize cleansing your body and your spirit and wiping away negativity and giving you a fresh start. Also, it could just be helpful to just stand in the rain. If you're not very good at visualization yet,
That's facts.
do that.
Honestly, you can use that as a cleansing because you can literally let the rain wash away. Like,
Yeah.
there's certain spells you can do to let rain wash away your pain.
And like honestly, there's nothing better. Like honestly, I think the world has gone more to shit now that I'm an adult because I stopped playing in the rain. I stopped going and just laying out in the rain.
Just dancing in the rain.
Yeah.
I used to love doing that with my friend Erica. We would literally always just stop and we would just slightly roll down my window so the music would come out.
Yeah.
We just dance in the rain.
And it's like, it's because now that we're older, every time it rains, we're like going somewhere. We're going to work. We're going to a get together. And you're like, I'm dolled up and I'm pretty and I don't want to get wet right now because I put work into this. If I was going home, it'd be a totally different story. But like, you're never just going home when it rains. Have you noticed that? I've noticed that.
I don't know. A lot of times I am going home and like, sometimes I'll just stop and I'll just like, kind of like put my head back and just let it.
I wish. I'm always like going to work or some shit. And I'm like, I can't get wet right now. It's not that I mind getting wet. It's just I don't want to have to spend the rest of the day being uncomfortable.
If I'm leaving work and it is raining, the second I get home, I will stop. And before I get into my house, I will literally just like, all right, rain, wash away all my exhaustion, give me renewal. And after a second, I'll walk into my house.
This is your homework for this episode.
Go stand in the rain.
Yeah.
Or just, if it's a really nice windy day, go stand outside. Let the wind just caress you.
Feel the playfulness, the playful nature of wind. Because it is. Mm-hmm. It's so playful. Unless it's a storm, then it's a little pissed off. But
honestly, it still can like just feel so nice. I love like a good windy, stormy day.
Like warm wind.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's just so nice and it just like, it makes like, it literally just, it heightens my energy.
It does.
I feel like a battery and it's just like zoom.
That analogy is made with weather witches. And I'll get over that. I'll get to that later. Next up is creating specific spells to take advantage of storm energy. A simple technique involves writing your intentions on paper and placing them outside during a storm, allowing the elements to carry them into the universe. Many find this practice results in faster manifestations of their goals. So there is a lot of spell work that you can do that is literally just writing shit down on pieces of paper and giving it to nature. You can throw it in the ocean. You can throw it in a river. You can set it on fire. You can literally tie it to a balloon and send it with the air. The universe will take care of it for you.
Me throwing my spell jar into the Tennessee River.
Yeah.
You never loved me, Mom.
Okay.
The mommy issues, they're really coming to play today.
They always are. It's okay. Next up is ritual offerings. Now, this is really the idea behind offerings in this vein of witchcraft is very beautiful to me because the premise of it is that you're doing it to show gratitude to nature for what it's providing you in your spell work. It's giving you energy. It's giving you ways to manifest your intentions. So you need to show gratitude for that. And part of doing that is to give offerings. So this can look like, you can set out crystals, herbs, or stones in a storm as an offering. So it's a give and take. Magic, especially nature magic, is a give and take. What you are taking from the earth, you need to make sure that you are giving back. That is a way in which that you respect nature. And I love that. It's so beautiful to me. Next is collecting rainwater. Honestly, this is just really good for your practice because you can use rainwater for like so much cleansing.
Especially like the angrier the storm, the better hex magic. It's amazing.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely look into that and like all you can do because you can also make you can use it in like anointing spells. It's really good for that too. So yeah, look into that. I did look up for like specific things that are good for storm magic, like herbs and stuff like that. So good storm herbs are hazel, holly, house leeks. It says hen and chicks. I don't know what that is. Mistletoe and hawthorn. Those are protective herbs. To raise winds, you need balderrack, broom, and saffron. And to summon rains, you need broom, cotton, fern, rice, and toadstool. I like toadstool. Facts. Let's see what else. Also, a good thing with storm magic is knot spell work. Like, so tying knots. It's apparently very, very good with, like, storm and weather magic.
Learn how to do your witch's knots.
Yeah. Oh, and here's one. If you would like to cause a rainstorm, hold a wet broom over your head and shake it. That's according to folk tradition.
I'm gonna try that.
You should.
I'll tell you if it works.
So
that voice break. Oh my god.
My information, I did again get mine from some blogs. The first one was Understanding Magic, and it is the actual site. Hold on. I don't actually know how to say it. I think it's margoscorner.com, but it's spelled ARGAUX and then corner.com. But yeah, it's another blogging site. I really like blogging sites because it feels authentic. Like, people are sharing their practice with you. It's really good sources of information that they have also found. And since these aren't, specific practices that we practice, I feel like it's in its own way reputable because this is what they actually do. This is their practice. So I think it's a good place for you guys to start.
But you do have to be careful because
Yes.
some people, they just put stuff out there to put stuff out there.
Yes, so be very careful. Don't just take one source's account. Like, get multiple sources. See what works for you. See what doesn't. Take everything with a grain of salt. Even what we say.
Or a grain of sand.
Or a grain of sand. Yes.
I had to.
But, yeah, that's what I have on Storm Witches. And that took a really long time to get through.
Dude, that's fine. That's perfect.
Okay, so we just finished going over Storm Witches.
Yes, so that means we are moving on to seasonal.
You guys are getting all the sound effects.
As they should. I put a crumb in my book. How crummy of me.
I don't know if that was deserving of a laugh track.
My dad jokes are always deserving.
Maybe not that one.
Give me your favorite dad joke in the comments. So, seasonal witches are a practitioner who aligns their magic, rituals, and lifestyle with the Earth's natural cycles. Very into the cycles of the season, I guess you could say. I'm so sorry.
No shit.
But my dad jokes are
That one was lacking a little bit.
crummy, because I dropped crumbs. Ha, ha, ha.
It was punny. You have funny jokes. You are funny. I just didn't really click with that one.
Tisk tisk, you don't respect me. I'm so sorry. 4 concepts are Wheel of the Year, marking solstices. Solstices. That's all, folks. So sorry.
It's okay.
Solstices, equinoxes, cross-quarter days. I'm not really sure what that means.
Okay.
I think it's like days that are a different length due to like stuff and things, I guess. Like,
We can look it up.
the shortest day of the year and longest day of the year and
Well, I mean, those are solstices. What did you say they were?
cross-quarter days.
Quarter? I really need a keyboard for this. I'm like typing my key.
Like a little old lady.
Okay, so cross-quarter days are the 4 days that follow midway between the solstices and the equinoxes, marking the traditional start of a new season in ancient Celtic and other cultures. Celebrated as holidays like Groundhog Day, May Day, Lammas, and Samhain.
Yeah.
They represent the halfway point,
That thing.
signifying transitions like the return of light or the beginning of harvest.
Guess you could say that's really chefs.
Did you do the kiss?
Yeah.
I was wondering when we were going to get that one in there.
Well, I did it. They are very nature-centric, obviously. So herbs, elements, moon phases, etc. Love that word. Etc.
Except
Say like a southern gentleman or a southern lady, etc.
I believe we've already gone over this. Oh.
Energy alignment. Seasonal energies changing from planting to reaping. So it's a lot of
Reap what you sow.
And seasonal witches, they definitely can do that. The way they practice is rituals and spells, a lot of times using fire for summer, introspection for winter. They use a lot of herbalism, culture work. They have quite a few festivals, whether they are pagan, Christian, or whatever, but those are the most popular of seasonal witches. Very seasonal. Yes. Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you're gonna say.
I don't know.
We're so sibling coded.
We're just over here like,
When I do it with my sister, she's like, shut the fuck up.
see, I don't do that to my siblings. I look at my siblings and they look at me and they're just like, shut the fuck up. And I'm like, I didn't say anything. And it just
No.
ends there.
We straight up, we just mess with each other all the time.
Literally, me and my sisters are just like, all right, see ya. Hope you choke on your husband's dick. See you next time. Like, that's it.
Well, I live with my sister.
Yeah. I'm happy I don't live with my sisters. We get along so much better when we don't live together for the sole purpose of whenever we did live together, oh my gosh, we quite literally nearly killed each other so many times.
I don't know. I mean, I know there was a time in my life when me and my sister didn't get along because I copied like everything she did. And now she's like, if I don't copy her, she's like, what are you doing? My taste is amazing. Why are you not copying me?
My sisters are quite literally like, I'm just living my own life. And they're like, I did that first. And I'm like, when did you do that? And then they like pull out pictures of them doing it. And I'm like, okay, well, it's a big world we're in. We were literally raised in the same area. Of course, there are going to be some things that I do that you already did.
No.
You guys, literally, the two of you together have done everything, okay? There's not going to be something I can do that's going to be different.
We were literally talking because one of my friends works at a friend of hers, like, wedding venue. Like, she does their social media. And it's a beautiful venue. She's done her child's birthday party there, like, twice. And we were heading up there, and Ashley was like, I think I'm going to get some pricing on this venue, you know, just for future reference.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, go ahead. And I was like, I wasn't going to say anything because I was like, you're probably going to get married before me. But I had already, like, planned. I was like, this will be my wedding venue. I love that venue. There's a creek behind it. It's, like, really close with nature.
So if your sister wants to save money on a ordained minister.
Yeah. Because I don't know. I mean, we're not religious. So, like,
I write every single wedding I perform myself.
well, I'll tell her. Because I don't know.
I can tell you right now, I performed redacting this name,
Okay.
and everyone was crying because they were like, that was literally so beautiful.
Yeah.
And because I even brought up the fact, I was like, because I had worked with him for so long, I remembered when they started dating. And I remember, like, they had been dating probably, like, a couple months, and he was like, I'm going to ask her to marry me. And I was like, isn't that a bit soon? Like, you guys literally...
When you know, you know.
Literally what he said. I was like, didn't you guys just start dating? And he goes, Sarah, when you know, you just know.
Look, I'm just going to say this, and I hope nobody takes offense, but if you've been with somebody for 10 years, or even, like, 5, if you've been somebody with 5 years, and you want to get married, but they keep putting it off, like, they won't even engage with
Oh,
you.
yeah, they don't love you.
No, you were a placeholder.
Yep.
Let them go.
Facts.
If we're coming from, like, a psychological, statistical standpoint, you should be with someone for about, like, 7 years. That's literally the statistic. You should be with someone for 7 years, live with them for 7 years before you agree to marry them, because that is at that point when you know them. You know who they are inside and out, how they live, everything.
Inside and out.
Yeah.
Kinky.
Psychologically. But, I mean, that's just kind of unrealistic. Like, people aren't going to do that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I feel like you know. Like, we've talked about my family curses, right? My mom and my sister both spent years with their respective person, had kids with them, everything. Not their person, not by a long shot. And then they met their person. My mom dated my stepdad for roughly a year and then, like, got married.
That's fair. My parents dated, I believe, 5 months and then got married.
Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay? And
it definitely didn't work out for them.
Yeah.
I mean, they were married for 15 years. That's a really long time. I don't
Yeah.
remember any of the time that they were married, but...
Well, I mean, my mom and my biological father were together for 19 years.
Hey.
I mean, just because it's not so, like, gonna last and it shouldn't last doesn't mean it doesn't last for a long while.
That's fair.
When you meet your person, you know. Like, and I haven't met my person. I've never met it. Well, I mean, I can't say I've never met any person. I have dated. But you know. And, like, because, like, with the last one, I was like, am I being too picky? You know, like, I was worried that I was, like, self-sabotaging because I wasn't ready. But then I was thinking about it, and I was like, I know myself. I know myself very well. I've held off on dating for a really long time because I have standards. I have things that I want out of a relationship. I know what I want. I know what I like. if you can't give me that, that's fine. That's not saying you're not deserving of love and you're not deserving of your person. It just means you're not my person. And I'm discerning enough to know what I want.
That's fair.
And we went on 3 dates. And by that third date, I had garnered all of the information I needed. Wasn't the one.
That's fair.
So, ladies, you know. And I've been told my entire life that I need to lower my standards because I'm never going to find a person.
Never settle.
Here's the thing. Here is the thing. For any woman out there who feels like your meaning, your value as a person is wrapped up in who you marry and who you have kids with, and if you're married or if you have kids, wake the fuck up.
Period.
That is not your value. You know what your value is. The world fucks you up and tells you that your value is less.
Oh my god.
Don't let it.
Speaking facts. Oh my gosh. We've gone off tangent.
We have. I'm sorry.
Okay, so what you should look into for seasonal witches, because I'm going to say it 100 more times. Seasonal, 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 seasonal,
Sizzle?
seasonal,
Sizzlin'.
I see. Look into the seasons.
Yes.
Spring, winter,
Fall.
fall.
Fall is my favorite.
Understandable. I mean, all the seasons. Summer.
Look, when that
All of
first leaf falls, I go to Starbucks and I get me a chai tea.
Look,
I
that
don't-
first leaf falls, and I'm like, yes, more.
Sweater weather.
That's my favorite candle. Sweater weather.
Look, I don't like Starbucks for anything except their chai tea.
Their chai tea just isn't that great.
Okay, but here's the thing. You can't just get chai tea. But if you are just going somewhere for like a quick thing, you need a drive-through. Starbucks. Dunkin's chai tea is trash.
I like Dunkin'.
Smells and tastes like wet armpit. Okay, I'm insane in my chai order, but I like my chai.
Insane in the membrane.
I like my chai tea spicy. So I get, if it's grande, I get 7 pumps of chai. And if it's a venti, I get 9. And with a grande, you get 1 shot of vanilla. And look, if you get my chai tea order, it is spicy because it's fucking chai and it's meant to be spicy. It is great to drink if you're starting to feel sick.
It's meant to be.
Yeah.
I hit the wrong one. No, I accidentally hit song 1.
I have no idea what that song
I
is.
don't either.
It's okay, I'll cut it out.
Perfect.
But yeah, chai tea is meant to be spicy. It's like, it's a good, healthy tea to drink if you're starting to feel sick. If I start to get the sniffles and my throat hurts, I get chai tea like every day for a week, and then I'm not sick anymore.
Oh, I just drank a ginger tea.
I mean, you can do that, but chai tea tastes better.
Okay, but ginger tea is so bomb. Like, it is so good. You don't
Mm.
like it?
I've never had it. I've
Get
had
some
like,
ginger tea, nice and warm, put some honey in it.
or just
so
get chai
good.
tea. Does the same thing. It's literally like a medicinal tea. Like, that's the purpose of it. It's not just because it tastes like fall in a cup, guys.
I don't know what the purpose of my I apologize for my outburst.
We're on a tangent again.
We are. Okay.
We were looking into seasons.
Yes. You look into your seasons, into your hemisphere or area's seasonal impacts, because that can drastically change how you practice and learn the wheel of the year. Like, that is a big thing, because that is going to quite literally guide you the most.
Yeah, I think hands down, if you are any type of witch and you are practicing in more of a modern stand of witchcraft, the Wheel of the Year is a must know. I don't think you have to celebrate like everything on the Wheel of the Year, but it's good to know.
Awesome!
Because it's awesome.
Yeah.
And then, let's see, one of the questions you need to ask yourself is, what are you trying to empower? Because seasonal witches are all about empowering themselves.
You can still use it. Like, no one is saying don't use salt and pepper, but use other things with it, please.
Garlic. Lick of the gar.
And I will say, do not get confused by garlic salt and garlic powder. Garlic salt is more potent. Use garlic powder as an intro to seasoning if you are used to just salt and pepper.
Paprika. I don't know why I said it like that. Continuing. Learn natural events, because that is going to be one thing that also helps you a lot. And whenever I say natural events, I mean like the different moons, because there are different moons. January 3rd, I believe was the closest the moon will be to us all year. I think it's called the wolf moon. It was
like the wolf moon and the super moon.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's supposed to be some kind of meteor shower, I believe this month. I just don't remember what date.
I know, we missed the last one.
I know, we really did.
Yeah.
And then just learning about those and how they impact your practice is going to be a big thing. Huge thing.
Yes.
You know what else is huge?
Seasons.
my ego. Weather patterns are also going to be very important with the seasons because that is going to pretty much also guide how you're practicing, because there are some things that are just better to do in specific seasons. I mean, if it's the dry season, you definitely don't want to be doing anything with fire, because let's not disappoint Smokey the Bear. Herbalism is very big because you're growing, you're reaping, you're sowing. Focus your practice on the season you are in and work with it, not against it. That is very important to do, because you're going to run into a lot of issues if you're just working against the season that you're in. It's okay to prepare for the next season, but you do need to focus on the season that you're currently in order to actually like properly practice and get things done.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not going to work with the season that you're in.
Why are you a seasonal witch?
So weather witches!
Yes! Wait.
And I also look. Yes. So the main principle of weather magic is to control or manipulate weather to suit your will. But this is just a simple explanation of that principle. In actuality, weather magic is a very powerful form of magic that you should respect and honor. That is a theme throughout any nature magic. This magic has you dealing directly with nature and its laws and the lack thereof. Because let's be honest,
It's lawless land.
Nature does what it wants. Like, we have physics and things that explain natural phenomena, but at the same time, we have no way to be like, this is what's going to happen. We don't know. We don't know.
We guessing.
We are guessing.
We making it up on our way.
There is not really a way to control the weather, but with this magic, you may be able to influence or request that weather do what you wish. Now, you will not always get exactly what you wish for. Weather is unpredictable, and as such, the results of your spells will always vary. Weather magic apparently falls under the left-hand path. Now, what this means is
I'm left-handed.
So the left-hand path is more of the, like, the closed practices or, like, hexes and, you know, things like that. So with that...
Reminds me of the Babe.
Weather magic is not typically something that is practiced by witches who participate with the threefold law. And that is because with weather magic, you are affecting multiple people and environments. And a lot of times, those people, those environments, they are not willing participants in the changes that you are requesting. You are doing this to benefit you, not to benefit people around you. So people who practice the threefold law believe that everything you do, you're going to receive threefold. So that's why you're not typically going to see them do this, because you could harm something doing this magic, because weather is unpredictable and uncontrollable. So yeah. You have very little to no control of the outcome, or whether you can stop or control what happens. So you can make all the requests you want, but once that request is made, you have zero control on if it happens, how it happens, or what kind of damage you're going to wreak when it does happen. Be mindful.
Very mindful and demure.
Now, weather magic is notorious for failing. This is where we get into, this is not a good magic to practice if you are a beginner. And the reason for that is when you were in the beginning of something, you seek results. So if you're doing a type of magic that is notorious for failing, and it fails, you're going to wonder, what did I do wrong? And with weather magic, it is not, what did I do wrong? It is, what circumstances were not met in order for this to work? Because it is very dependent upon, like, natural circumstances, the weather itself, just you focusing, because you have to remain focused the entire time you're doing this spell. If anything breaks that focus, it's probably gonna fail. So it's not something that you should do if you are not in tune enough with yourself and settled within your practice.
Never settle.
Never settle. Let's see. So yeah, this can be quite discouraging for beginners because you're not able to kind of look at the situation outside of, what did I do?
What did I do?
What did I do? It's like a toxic relationship, okay? You're going to gaslight yourself into thinking you're the one that was wrong. And in fact, you can't do anything with nature. Like, you can't force it to do anything. It does what it wants. You can request. Doesn't mean it's going to do it.
That's facts.
Sorry. Let's see. Important rules. The rules of weather cannot be broken. And what this means is, if it's summer, you can't ask it to snow. Okay? It's not going to do that.
Yes. Middle of summer, blasting heat. Let's get a fucking
Let it
blizzard.
Let it snow.
Blizzard this bitch.
You can't ask for wind on a calm day. Like, there already have to be conditions in place for this type of weather in order for the request to be met. Weather magic is considered sympathetic magic. This means that through items, tools, or even movements, users can manipulate the energy and describe how you want the energy to work and move. So basically, if you want the storm to get worse, then you can do a rain dance and you can like move faster or like stomp your feet and imitate that you want it to go from a light drizzle to a thunderstorm. Like sympathetic.
Bro, do your rain dance, tits out for Harambe, stomp around a little bit.
Tools for weather magic look like incense, specific knots. So, like I said earlier, knot magic is very tied into weather magic. I don't really know why, but it is.
If you cannot knot,
Don't do it.
don't do it.
Candles, water scrying, connecting with local climate and nature. So, vibing with the earth and rain. Feathers, bells and chimes, wind socks, water, sand, brooms, hog bristles, holy water, salt water, and iron to ward off storms or stones. Now, some crystals that can be powerful. You have clear quartz. It's known as the master healer, and it amplifies your intentions and aligns with
Interchangeable.
all elements. You have amethyst. It enhances clarity and focus. Sapphire represents the skies and heavens. Aquamarine, deeply connected to water. And moonstone. It embodies the ebb and flow of nature.
I love moonstone. My great-grandmother had a moonstone ring that she wore every single day of her life. And now my mom has it. And that is meant for me. I told my mom, I was like, I plan to get married. Can I have that ring? And she was like, I don't know. I just don't feel like I can let it go yet. And I'm like, give it to me.
Take it.
My precious.
Just take it.
Oh my gosh, I want to, but
Some herbs. Let's see. We have herbs that are considered air herbs are lavender, chamomile, and yarrow. We have water herbs, which is mint, thyme, and willow bark.
did you say
Mint. I did. I didn't say peppermint. I said mint, though. Fire herbs are cinnamon, cloves, and ginger. And then we have earth herbs, which are rosemary, sage, and oak bark, which honestly makes so much sense because if you
Facts.
eat rosemary or sage, it tastes like dirt. Like flavorful dirt.
no? You know what really tastes like dirt?
Dirt.
Meat.
Like I said, I'm funny.
I
And
was
not
gonna
funny
do-
looking. I am that too.
I wasn't
But
gonna say that.
You normally do.
I was gonna say it.
Physical tools look like feathers, seashells, candles, stones, and soil.
And different feathers have different meanings.
Yes, all things have different meanings. Make sure what you're using vibes with what you need it to do. I don't know why I hesitated there.
Need it to.
I think I was gonna. I forgot what I was saying halfway through the sentence.
404
Error.
error shutting down.
You have incense. So we have air incense, which are frankincense, sandalwood, and sage. Water, which is myrrh and lotus scents. I love a good lotus. Fire, which is cinnamon and dragon's blood. Also like dragon's
Hey,
blood.
that's what we had. Lit back here.
Yeah. Earth is patchouli and cedar. We love a good patchouli.
I love patchouli.
My sister thinks it smells like a dirty hippie.
You know what makes me mad though?
Hmm.
I ran out of my patchouli soap. So now I'm just using my pine tar one. And like, yeah, it's good for eczema and everything like that. But it just doesn't hit the same as patchouli.
Get a patchouli one.
I need to. But I just haven't had the time. Nor the energy. I'm lacking the spoons.
We have personal talismans and tools. So you can keep a journal. You can make small charms that represent the elements, such as like miniature sun symbols or tiny jars of water, and elemental altars. So this is just you incorporating elements into your altar. So like bowls of water, candles, feathers, or stones.
Or you can do like I do and have a bowl of sand filled with sand from various beaches that your friends go to. Because anytime someone goes, yeah, I'm going to the beach, I'm like, bring me sand.
She is. And then last thing, we have seasonal and natural tools. So nature does offer tools that you can use for weather magic. These look like seasonal flowers. So, I mean, literally just whatever is in bloom. Like, look up their meaning. Make sure it works for you.
Mums in fall.
Rainwater and snow. So these are different like types of waters that you can collect to use in various spells. And natural sounds. So like wind chimes or rain sticks. Yeah. I got those from a few different sites. Let's see. I'm going to open them so I get the actual like site names. There is friendlystreetwitch.com.
Street witch.
Street witch. There is otherworld-apothecary.com. This one actually looked like really cool. Like this is somebody who's been practicing since like 2004. I mean, like this is like their journal blog kind of thing.
Oh, I love
She
that.
actually lists like quotes from like one of them is Macbeth. It could be a he. I don't know. I always gravitate towards she when I'm describing something, and I do apologize. This person lists.
They, them,
Yeah.
him, her.
They also include like different
Zerzum.
like spells. Like they listed a spell in here. So it was really cool, and I think they go over a lot of different other things. But they did this one on weather, which was really cool.
Heck yeah.
And then the other one that I used was witcheslore.com. Sorry.
Which?
The ES threw me off. I was like, what the fuck is that? But yeah, those are some really good sites, and I am all about giving you guys sources. Especially because
I always forget to give sources.
It's okay. I make sure to do it because there is a lot of times I'm literally copying and pasting what they're saying. Mm-hmm. And a lot of that is because I'm just like, I could reword it, but also I don't think that I would get the same point across if I do.
I like rewording things. But I'm a wordy individual.
I will reword it, but also like here lately I just haven't had a whole lot of time. So like I'm doing these like typically like a day or two before we shoot. And then
fair.
Because I'm just busy.
I feel that.
And so I'm sorry, like I know
we're doing our best.
Yeah. I still am trying to give you guys good information, and honestly, like I feel like people who actually practice that form of magic can say it a lot better than I can because they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And that's why I also I like to give you the sources, and I also like to iterate, do your own research. Like the Socratic method. Don't take what I say at face value. Look into it yourself. Find your truth. Don't find my truth. Don't find someone else's. Find yours.
Love that. It's very cute. Very cutesy. Very demure.
So I believe that wraps up our discussion on seasonal weather witches and the like. And I think in the next one we will be going over more of the fire element.
I want to say you're right. 1 second. I can actually... Next video will be about elemental, fire, crystal, and animal.
Yeah. So yeah, we definitely, with the first couple of episodes, we wanted to stay more on the natural route.
Earthy.
What you're going to get if you walk out the door kind of stuff before we start delving into things that are... but yeah, I think it's really cool. And honestly, I think it's really cool, like, while I'm reading about these different forms of magic, that I get what they're saying when they're talking about, like, connecting with the elements.
Because I love being able to just see it and be like, I do that.
Right. Because, like, I don't gravitate towards these types of magics, but I feel them.
Well, I definitely gravitate towards, like, sea.
I do like the sea. I like being in the sea.
I love the ocean.
I want to move to the beach.
Understandable.
Like, everything about me just gets better. My skin is better. My hair is better.
Yes!
It's so peaceful. I will go and just stand.
Although I have gotten sun poisoning multiple times, so.
Yeah, fair. I will just go and stand in the water. And it's so humbling to stand in the water and to feel the vibes of the ocean and just know.
And to get jerked down by a wave.
Not that part.
You don't know how many times I've literally just been slammed.
It usually happens to me when I'm trying to get out of the ocean.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same.
But if you're standing like in the midway point where like you couldn't touch for a little bit and then you get up on the sandbar, you're good. You're golden. But yeah, it's just so amazing to get out to that point. And the
wind is always just
It's
amazing.
a nice, gentle breeze as long as there's not a storm coming.
Oh, I love whenever a storm's coming.
I know.
It's just,
It's so
literally, you just can feel that energy, and it pulls you in, I swear.
It does. And it's so humbling to know, like, as a human, because we go through our day-to-day life going, even just subconsciously, we're the apex predator. Nothing can take us out unless we're willing to, you know? Like, unless we're just like, I'm done. You know, we can find a way to survive. But the thing is when you're going up against nature, when you're going up against the titan that is the ocean, if it chooses to take you, you are gone. And that is one thing that my dad has always expressed because he loves snorkeling. He loves scuba diving. He's done all the lessons. He's, you know, so he's always expressed, like, you have to respect it. You have to know your limits. If you're not a good swimmer, you don't need to go out very far.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Like, you have to be mindful that conditions change at the drop of a hat.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
watch the flags.
Yeah. He's always expressed that because he's like, at the end of the day, if it wants to take you, it will. And there's nothing you or anyone else can do to stop it.
My dad has the whole house decorated in pirate ships and like just different like sailboats and just different stuff like that. And there's literally a photo. I'll have to find it and I'll take a picture of it so we can like
show you guys.
Exactly. It was whenever my dad and my ex-stepmom were still very happy together. And there's literally a picture of all of us where we had went to this place that like you can dress up like pirates. And my siblings and my stepmom at that time, they were all put in dresses and everything. And I was put in pants. And I was like, I am a Billy Badass. I'm so cool. I'm wearing pants. And it's so funny though, because each person has either a sword or a gun pointed at them. Not me. I'm the only one making it out of there alive. And I thought that was hilarious. It's great. But it's such a cute picture and I love it. Like my dad has it in the hallway and still to this day, it is my favorite family photo because, I mean, it bleeds true.
Yeah.
Quite literally to how my family is. Because, I mean, we're very much sea folk. It makes sense.
It does.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I think my family is very hodgepodge. Because, like, my dad, his happy place is the ocean. He loves the beach. Loves it. And I love it, too. Which, it's so funny because he's a Capricorn and I'm a Pisces. And we're just, like, water. My sister likes the mountains.
That's fair. The mountains are very nice. But I always feel more at home at the ocean.
Yeah. I like, if I can just go and stay in a cabin and not really do a whole bunch, because, like, when we were younger, we went to the Smokies a lot. Not the Smokies. We went to...
the Rockies?
The ones in Tennessee.
The Smokies.
Oh. I don't know why I always feel like the Smokies is wrong. We went to the Smoky Mountains a lot. And we would go...
Gatlinburg?
Yes, I think so. I don't know. After a while, I stopped paying attention because I was like, it's the same shit every time.
Oh. That's
and
fair.
My Nana would take us. She was like, even if the parents didn't go, she was like, I will take all of the grandbabies and we will go. And I had tumultuous relationships with my cousins and
That's
I didn't
fair.
want to go. But my parents were like, you're going.
I always loved going to the beach with my family, though.
Oh, I love the beach.
Especially because, like, we'd go to forts and, like, museums and all sorts of different stuff. And still to this day, you know I am a whore for a museum. I love museums. Oh, I just got shivers. Like, that's how much of a whore for museums I am.
We've always gone back to this same beach. We just go to Panama City. But we always
went to, like, different ones, like St. Augustine, Tybee Island.
My
Destin.
dad is done with Panama. But that's because we would go there because, like, they have the jetty in Panama. And the jetty is really cool because it's like a national park. And it's a nature conservation. Mm-hmm. So all of the animals come in and they, like, have their babies there. So they had a section where it was, like, shallow water. And it had, like, rocks protecting it. And then outside of that, it's ocean. Like, there's a drop-off, and it's just like, you're in the ocean.
I love that.
But that's really why we always went, because Dad loves the jetty. And we went this last time that we were there, and they had filled in a lot of it. Like, the drop-off. Like, they pushed it out, and so, like, it ruined it.
Yeah.
The water is kind of muddy.
Oh,
There's not, like, the animals. Like, because last time we went, we found a dead sea turtle, and Dad went down, super far down, and got us, like, pieces of its shell so that we could bring it back. And,
so
like,
cool.
there's usually, like, sharks and jellyfish. And there were still jellyfish. And I walked up to one and I booped it. Because if you come at it from the top and you boop it, it doesn't sting you. Because it can't. And it's really funny. Because they're just like, what's touching me? I was like petting it. I was, like, scratching it like a cat. And it was, like, freaking out. It was so funny. They don't have, like, brains, okay? It's not... I was just petting it. I wasn't, like...
Neither did Salem.
But, yeah. So, there was that. We got out because me and him both went out to, like, snorkel, and he came back and he said, we're never coming back here again. He was so mad.
Oh. All right. And with that, we probably are going to go ahead and wrap up.
Thanks for joining us.
As always, our brains are yours to pick.